Hello, you beautiful people. My name is Urvi and welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a few hair care tips, especially for the summers and also generally. So, a few tips in there are especially for summers and the others are for all year round, just to take general good care of your hair. So, if you guys would be interested to get a few hair care tips from me, then please continue watching. But before that, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. It would mean a lot to me. So now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So in today's video, I have a mix of tips and hacks that you can use. So the first one is a hack. So it is very difficult for oily scalp people to apply hair oils or hair masks. So my first tip for you guys would be to use aloe vera gel as a mask or instead of an oil. So what you can do is just take any aloe vera gel that you like or that you use generally and take a good generous amount of it and just apply it all over your scalp just the night before you want to wash your hair. And if you don't have that kind of time, then of course you can apply it just half an hour before washing your hair as well. So what this does is it nourishes your scalp really well and it gives you the hydration that you need. But instead of oil, it is a very light gel like texture because of course it's an aloe vera gel. And also aloe vera tends to clean your scalp very easily. So if you haven't washed your hair for 4 or 5 days for whatever reason, or even if your hair feels quite dirty or very oily and not very clean, then aloe vera does help to clean your scalp better. So I have seen many people use just aloe vera gel as a shampoo in the no poo method. So in the no poo method there is no shampoo and you use all natural alternatives. So many people do use aloe vera gel, but I didn't find that very effective. But it definitely does clean your scalp really well. So after applying aloe vera gel on your hair, just leave it overnight or half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, how much ever you can, and then wash your hair with normal shampoo as you usually do, and you'll feel that your hair is quite nourished and it's also squeaky clean. So that was my first tip. Moving on to the next tip. This is actually a hack. So if you guys are not satisfied with the cleaning power of your shampoo, like for example, if you have chosen a sulfate free shampoo but it is not working for you or it's not cleansing your scalp as well as you would like it to, just as it happened with me. So I have used some sulfate free and paraben free shampoos that haven't worked very well to clean my scalp. So in general terms, if I wash my hair every alternate day, I used to wash my hair every alternate day, but now I don't. So if that's the case, then it's okay if I use a sulfate free shampoo because my hair is not getting very dirty, sweaty or any such thing. If you haven't washed your hair for 3 days, 4 days, your scalp really gets dirty and it does not help to use a sulfate free shampoo. But if you guys have such kind of a shampoo or even if a normal shampoo, but you want to increase its efficacy or you want your scalp to be very squeaky clean, kind of like a deep cleansing. In foreign markets there are deep cleansing shampoos available, but in India we don't have those. So what you can do is just take a little bit of soda. Yes, soda. So whatever soda that you have at home, that khane ka soda that we put in dhoklas and stuff. So just take half a teaspoon of soda and just mix it with your shampoo. So you take 1 pump of your shampoo, half a teaspoon of soda and just add 4 drops of water and just make a nice paste with it, and then apply that mixture to your scalp and leave it on your scalp for about 1 to 2 minutes, but not more than that because otherwise it will dry your scalp a lot. So this hack is also very useful for those who have dandruff. Whether it is oily scalp or dry scalp, this hack is going to be very useful. You are going to thank me later. So after applying this onto your hair, just wash off your hair with plain water. You might need to use a little bit of more water, but you will just need 1 wash of shampoo and that will be it. So in that way you're just going to save water. So just clean your hair with water. Your hair would feel kind of weird for a few seconds, but after you wash it off, it is going to feel very squeaky clean. So that is my hack, to use a little bit of soda with shampoo. And of course I want to add that please do not use it for more than twice in 15 days. So you can start with just once in 15 days. That would be enough if you're just starting out and if your scalp is not very dirty. But don't use it very often. It might dry out your hair a lot. So moving on to my next hack. The next hack is like a conditioner or an after wash for your hair. So after you have shampooed your hair like the previous method I just told you, what you can do is just rinse your hair with an apple cider vinegar wash. So what you can do is take 2 parts of apple cider vinegar and 6 parts of water. That would be enough for your scalp in general. So just mix these two and just pour it all over your hair after your shampoo, and just let it be for about 2 to 3 minutes. And please do make sure this does not get into your eyes, and please be very careful of that, because it might sting a little. And the smell of apple cider vinegar is kind of weird, but it does not stay all day long. That's why you need to dilute it with water. If you like, you can use 2 parts of apple cider vinegar and 8 parts of water as well. So the ratio would be 1:4. You can start up with that, and of course that also will help you clean your scalp very beautifully, and it does condition your hair just like a conditioner. So if you don't have a conditioner, or if you don't like using those many chemicals on your hair, then you should definitely try this. It does make your hair very soft and smooth and silky. So you guys should definitely give this a try. After pouring this mixture onto your hair and waiting for 2 to 3 minutes, just wash your hair off with plain water. So after washing your hair with plain water, your hair is going to be very smooth and silky, and the smell wouldn't last for a long time. So do try this tip and let me know how it works. Also, this hack is very useful for people who don't like to use a conditioner because it weighs your hair down, especially during summers. Also, this hack is very useful for keeping scalp infections at bay. So apple cider vinegar has antibacterial and antimicrobial properties, so it won't let any infections come to your scalp. So again, just don't use this hack more than once a week. Once a week should be enough. Your hair is going to thank you, and you are going to thank me after doing this hack. So my next hack is about a serum. So we covered a pre-shampoo mask, shampoo, conditioner, and now comes the serum. So this hack is very new to me because I have just known about it since a few months now. So generally what people do with serums is they'll take their serum, they'll just take a pump or two or whatever they need, they'll just rub it across their hands, and then they'll go like this into their hair. So many people do know that, you know, this is the actual motion that in which you should go for serums, but the hack is here. So instead of taking your serum onto your palms, what you need to do is take your serum in between your fingers and then just rub it between your fingers, and then comb your fingers through your hair. That way the serum would not be wasted. All your serum will be evenly spread onto your hair, and your hair will look even better. So definitely try this hack and let me know how it worked out for you. So now I have a few hair care tips for you guys. So before this we had hacks, and now we have some tips. So my first tip would be never shampoo on your ends. So whenever you use shampoo, you must know that just use the shampoo only on your scalp, because your ends are actually really dead hair, because it's your scalp that has pores and that produces oils. It has follicles, and that's where it gets dirty. Your ends do not get dirty, so you don't need to shampoo on your ends. You just need to apply all your shampoo on your scalp itself, and just let that shampoo just flow in whenever you're washing it off. So it will automatically clean your ends. So there is no need for you to use any kind of shampoo, because I used to do this when I was young. I used to, apply a lot of shampoo on my hair, just to make the oils go away, but that wouldn't help, of course, because there is no actual oil on your ends. So my first tip is to apply shampoo only on your scalp. My second tip is an extension of the first tip and kind of like the opposite of the first one. So for your conditioner, you must use your conditioner only towards the ends and not on your scalp, especially during summers. It's a bad idea to use your conditioner on your scalp unless it specifically says so on the packaging that you should use this conditioner on your scalp, kind of like a mask. Then it's a different thing. But if it's only a conditioner, please make sure that you use it from below your ear. Please make it a point that you never use your conditioner above this point, just below this, so your ends of course, as I was saying in the previous tip, your ends usually tend to get really dry, and that's the place where conditioner is meant to be applied. If you apply it on your scalp is going to just become very greasy, and your hair will become very heavy, and it will just weigh down all of your hair. And of course, it's very difficult to remove conditioner from your scalp because it's a very thick consistency. So my next tip would be to apply conditioner only to your end. Moving on to the next tip, this also is related to a conditioner. So people with very oily scalp also tend to get oils, very oily ends as well sometimes. You can use the inversion method. So what this method does is you have to apply your conditioner first. So what you have to do is, before shampooing your hair, you need to apply conditioner all over your hair like you would usually do. But sometimes what happens is that some kind of conditioners are not meant for your hair, and they do turn very heavy, and they weigh your hair down. So sometimes we don't end up buying the correct kind of conditioner for our hair type, but that does not mean that we'll just throw that away. So we'll have to use that as well, right? Because wasting is not so cool. So what you guys can do is that if your conditioner feels very heavy for your hair, or it just weighs your hair down after 1 or 2 days, then what you can do is the inversion method. So what the inversion method does is applying conditioner before your shampoo. So you'll just have to apply your conditioner as usual, but before shampooing your hair. So your hair will get all the nourishment, of course, and then when you shampoo your hair, you are not shampooing your ends. You shampoo your hair, and a little bit of shampoo residue just washes away all the conditioner, and it gives you a nice smooth silky finish without weighing your hair down. So oily hair people, do try this out and let me know how it worked out for you. So my next tip is related to hair drying. So many of us have been traditionally using those Turkish towels for ages now, but you know what, those are very harsh and abrasive on your hair. So what I would suggest is switch to a cotton towel or a microfiber towel, and even better would be to use a cotton t-shirt like this. So of course you might be having some kind of cotton t-shirt, old cotton t-shirt lying around the house. It may be yours, it may be your brother's, your husband's, your father's, anybody's. So what you need to do is just take any plain cotton t-shirt and just dry your hair with it. And of course, if you don't want to use an old one, you can buy a new t-shirt especially for your hair, just as you would with a towel. So what you can do is just dry your hair with a cotton t-shirt. It is going to change your life, trust me. So just keep your hair tied with the cotton t-shirt, generally how you would do with a towel. And after all the excess moisture is absorbed in the t-shirt, what you can do is just dab your hair with the t-shirt like so. Please do not do this motion onto your hair. I have seen Indian girls causing so much distress to their hair, oh my god. So what they'll do is take their towel, just roll it and go hitting their hair like just doing that with their hair, and just rubbing their hair like this and like this, and that is going to just damage your hair for life. Please stop doing that. Please take good care of your hair. Just be very gentle with your hair, especially when it's wet, because that's when your hair is the weakest. So what you need to do while drying your hair is just do this with your towel, cotton t-shirt, whatever it is that you are using. Moving on to the next tip, it would be that never ever comb your hair when it's wet. As I said in my previous tip, your hair is very delicate and very brittle when it's wet. So when you start combing your hair and removing those knots when your hair is wet, then it is going to cause a lot of breakage of your hair, and you can see those split ends and the cuts in your hair, and those fly outs just flying everywhere. Those are the hair that you have broken while you were not taking care of it. So please avoid using any kind of comb when your hair is wet. So many people traditionally would say that it becomes easier to remove your knots when your hair is wet. But my tip for those people and every one of you out there would be to comb your hair before shampooing. So before you go into wash your hair, just comb your hair and remove all the knots. And also while shampooing, don't do this. or I have seen many people just put their hair upside down and they'll go like this with their hair. So of course that is going to cause knots in your hair. So before shampooing your hair, you have to remove all your knots, and after shampooing, just please make sure while shampooing also that you need to be just in this position. Don't flip your head upside down and just mess with your hair. So after you shampoo and conditioner your hair, and after you apply a serum, I don't see where you guys would have a lot of knots that you couldn't remove. Please do not comb your hair when it's wet, and do as I said, and then just see the difference. So my next and last tip would be to start combing from the bottom. So many people have this habit, and of course that's what we have been seeing and doing all our lives. Just go over with a comb and go from top to bottom. So what I would suggest is, after following the previous tips that I just gave you, even if your hair does feel very very knotted up, if you find a lot of knots in your hair, what you should do is start from the bottom. So the bottom is where most of the knots are. So if you start from the top, all you're doing is just pulling your hair and just taking more hair into the knot that is there down. So what you guys need to do is start combing your hair right from the bottom. So take that much part at first and start combing it, and make sure there are no knots over there. Then go a little bit higher and start combing over there, and then go higher and higher. There are no knots over here as such, so there is no point of starting your combing process from here. So this would be a great tip for those who have a really hard time removing their knots. So my last and final tip for you guys would be to start combing your hair from the bottom and then move your way up. So those were all my hacks and tips that I wanted to share with you guys with regards to your hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this hair tips video, and you guys learned a few new things about your hair. I hope this video does help you. These tips have definitely been helping my hair. So please let me know if these tips worked for you, and if any additional tips that you guys would have for me, please let me know in the comments down below. That is all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then please take a moment to like, share and comment down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye.